Hey, yo, what is up, everybody? How you guys doing? Why I want to welcome you guys to another edition of the Coach's Corner. That's presented to you by the TriState 66ers, Birdman Studios, all that good stuff. That's what we do. So this is going to be something. This part that I'm doing right now is a little bit different. And the reason why I say it's a little bit different is only because um, not only will we breaking down some game film and talking about things going on with the TriState 66ers, but this is also kind of serving as also a meeting of sorts with my players as well because they are supposed to be here um, as well. So do me a favor, there in YouTube land, um, in the comments, let me know who's in here and where you're watching us from, because this is actually live. So this is gonna be the first time I've ever done this actually live. Normally, we just do this with the team. So we're gonna get everybody out there watching this is gonna get an opportunity to see what we actually do in a team meeting setting. I'm still waiting on one of the person that's going to be supposed to be joining me here live as well. So I'm trying to kind of gonna buy some time here. But yes, definitely in the comments, let me know um, who you are or who's in here and where you're watching us from, so we can kind of move forward with that. Okay. At some point in time. Okay, so you know what? I have to stop about that. Okay, so for the guys that I don't know why that would still be an issue because this is a open show, so it shouldn't be an issue to where you can't comment because this is a public forum. I know we had that problem before. I know Magic just messaged me in the group chat saying that he's at work, but he's listening. That's fine. For anybody else is in here, we got 6 people in here. Magic's the only one has responded. Des just said she was in here. Outstanding. Major coming in from the OKC Servants. What's up, brother? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining. So we got Dez, we got Major, we got Magic. I know who's watching. That's 3. Where the other ones at? I got some guys. Like I said, they're going to be commenting. Some of them, for whatever reason, that um, are having issues commenting on here. Whatever it is, what it is. Brian's let me know he's in. Hunter's having some issues getting in. Hunter, if you're watching or whatever, go to your Mama Joe's in. Awesome. Hunter, if you get a chance, go to your messenger, Facebook Messenger. I sent it to you in Facebook Messenger. But yes, so awesome. Out freaking standing. Um sorry, some of the stuff is acting a little stupid right now. Still like I said, watching, not letting me in, but I mean watch. No, Hunter, go to your messenger. Click on the one I sent you. Because if not, all you're doing is clicking on the regular thing to get in. Click on the one I sent you in Messenger. That is the one that's going to let you in to what I need you to do for me here. So just go click on that um, and let me know what the issue is. Um, but yeah, uh, we had a tough weekend this weekend. We split. We lost against the Kings on Saturday, and we were able to pull out the win against another nail biter with the Servants. That every single year, it's a tough game. And whenever I'm able to have my full squad, um, that's always a good game with us. Always a good game. Um, so it's awesome. I love playing against the Servants. I love getting a chance to see Major. Major, I'm gonna have to have you on here at some point in time so we can do an interview, talk basketball, talk about what you do with the Servants, and the ministry that you do with that. I would love to get you on here to talk to you about that as well. So we're definitely going. We definitely need to make that happen. So we need to figure out, sit down, and discuss when we can do that. So I can get you on here, so we can definitely talk about that. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I know, like I said, I'm seeing that we have 5 people viewing, so that um is not overly great for me because all the players should be on here. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. Like I said, once again, if you're one of my players that's supposed to be in here, you need to let me know if you're in here. I have heard from Magic, I've heard from Brian. I haven't heard from anybody else. If you're in here, let me know either in the comments on YouTube or let me know in the group chat. I do have that pulled up as well. Let me know if you're in here. Because if not, that's going to be a whole different conversation that I'm pretty sure you're not going to want to have. Okay, Rock's here. Awesome. That's good. That's good. Like I'm just trying to I'm trying to stall just a little bit. I'm trying to get Hunter in here. He's supposed to be a guest on here. Um, so I'm just trying to stall just a little bit. If not, we're just gonna have to move forward. Hunter will have to try to figure it out. Um, okay, so who else we got here? So we got Rocks here. All right, cool, cool. Okay, I'm trying to give you at least 2 minutes, 2 minutes to get it figured out. Then I'm just gonna have to roll with it. Just have to just go ahead and roll with it. Um, okay, so number one, like I said, this is the actual, I guess, third episode, maybe fourth episode of the Coach's Corner. This is something new I've been doing. This setting, as far as what I'm about to do when it comes to breaking down this game film and stuff that we're talking about, it's something I've been doing just this season with our organization, where I bring all the guys in. We do like a private, um, I guess you can say session as far as I do with my podcast. We do a private one where we come in, we talk, we break down the game film, we talk about things, and this is how we usually do our team meetings. So for those who are kind of joining, for those who are joining us live, like Mama Joe, Dez, um, Major, this is the actual. This is the first time anybody's ever actually see kind of the ins and outs of what we're doing in the background and being able to do this. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to try to do it this way. Um, just let people know how we're building as an organization, how we're trying to build as a team. And maybe if like somebody like Major, maybe it might spark an idea for him or somebody else is out there. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and roll with this. Hunter, just try to get in. It's the same. I would say this Hunter it's the exact same process as it was for the podcast that you were on for the Russian sleep experiment. So you have to if you were on your laptop or whatever before, I probably would recommend getting on that again. But like I said, just try to continue to try to get in, and we'll go from there. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get this bad boy popping. So this one we're gonna look at. This one we're gonna kind of break down. This is the semi pro game that we did with the Missouri Select. And so we're gonna kind of bounce off, talk about some things that's going on with this one. This is the start of that game. This is gonna go into towards the end, or actually towards the beginning, I should say, rather, of the pro game that we did against the Missouri Select. And then we'll look at the game against the Kings. That one I really want to break down because we did not play very well at all in that game. We had some issues we had some technical issues with the game film or against the Servants. But like I said, I really want to break the Kings game film down because we looked like total crap in that game. I'm not a fan of just only breaking down games that we win. I want to break down games that we lose so I can point things out and show that what, here's where we're making a lot of our mistakes. This is what we need to improve on. Because too often I see most guys will like I'll ask, "Hey, you got any game film on it?" Especially trying out for the team. Like, "Hey, where's your game film?" They just send me highlights. I don't care about your highlights. I really don't. Because a highlight is just like, to me, you sending me a highlight It's just like trying to go out on a date with somebody. You're only going to tell them the good parts of yourself. You're not going to tell them that you sometimes leave your shoes out, or you don't always pick up your laundry off the floor, that you don't cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough. You're not going to tell them all the parts that they make you annoying. You're only going to tell them. You're going to only highlight the good parts of you. I don't care about your highlights. I'll tell that to anybody. When I send film out to scouts for my guys, I send them. Most time I haven't this year because we haven't had a chance to. But in the past, when we practice, I record practices as well. I want to send coaches, hey, this is how they look in practice. So I tell my guys all the time, um, you better practice. Come to practice as if you're playing a game. Because I send that film out. Okay, so now there's the game. We're starting off with this one. That was a great move, great anticipation by Austin Commons. He's a guard for us. Great energy, even better attitude. He's really matured over the last couple seasons. He had great anticipation there. Got the steal and then the layup. Gets the rebound here. It's about the court. Makes a pretty good pass to Hunter. Was a great look, great opening. Just missed a shot. Um, I don't I don't get too upset about stuff like that. Like if guys miss a shot, after a drive, a kick or something like that. If a guy misses a shot, he just missed a shot. I mean, it's what it is. Horrible communication there. That was just horrible communication. There was no. Not only did we have both guys go out there, but there was a third guy that actually ended up going in there, and no one rotated to the other guy. That is just horrible on our part. Great kick over to, I believe that was Anthony Johnson, who we're going to miss severely. He had broken his foot, a bone in his foot, against the Servants when we played down there. Well, he's fractured it. And then in this game, he completely broke that bone in his foot. So he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Unfortunately, definitely missed him, and we'll definitely miss him the rest of the season. But definitely praying for speedy recovery. Um, what I see a lot when it comes to our squad, is just our main problem is communication. We don't communicate, and at times like that right there, I believe that's a turnover by Austin. That right there, we try to do too much. Instead of making a simple basketball play, and I love my guys to death, that was a good drive by Derek. I love my guys to death, and they know this, and I'll tell them this. I don't care. Um, Guys get too hung up on trying to make a highlight play, um, and trying to do the ooh wow, that's horrible communication once again in zero rotation. Um, they get too hung up on trying to make the wow play, instead of making a simple basketball play. A lot of times, a simple basketball play leads to a wow play. Um, we we have guys in our squad that just dribble way too much and try to do way too many things one on one. We struggle all the time with that. When we the TriState 66ers, the guys that we have, when we are at our best, is when we're playing unselfish. We're moving the basketball, and everybody's getting a touch. This is another little good kick. Not too upset with that shot, but definitely could have got a better shot. Um, one Our biggest problem, and I'll say this about most all teams within our league or anywhere else. This whole crap of one pass, one shot, not moving the ball, not doing anything with the ball, is horrible basketball. 100% horrible basketball. My guys look like utter crap when they do that. When they're just out there, come get as soon as the pass comes up there, it's great. Great drive, just didn't finish, but great hustle. Devin, I promise you, I will hit you with a chair next time you do that crap. You get the ball that deep and you don't even look to score. Um, yes, I do this quite a bit for everybody who's just watching. I talk a lot of trash to my players. Sorry. Another good. That was great transition basketball. Great ball movement. Drake, you were able to catch that ball. One motion, go for the shot. That's beautiful. Great job there. Like I said, when we move the ball, we're tough to beat. I don't know too many teams that actually in our league, and I love all the teams, everybody in our league. You know, what I'm saying just as much as I love my squad. But when we actually move the ball, we play defense, and we play together. There's not a team that we can't beat in our league or anywhere else. Um, so guys have got to keep that in mind. We just have to. We have to keep that in mind. Like I said, I'm not saying we're going to win every game, but we make it tough for teams when we are unselfish and actually play basketball the right way. It's like I told my guys last game. If you actually play the way I'm asking you to play, I promise you that was great defensive hustle by Levon Andrews. He was a player that we added. Matter of fact, this game that you're watching now was actually the first time I got to see him, and I got to see him live. This is his very first game playing for me. That young man did a phenomenal job. I was very proud of him. And so I'm looking for great things for him as well. But he did a phenomenal job for the first time ever playing for us as an organization. Very happy. But yeah, like I said, if we move the ball, we play unselfishly, and we just play the ball, we play basketball the right way. I told my guys, hey, listen, there's not a team we can't play with. And if you do those things, I promise you, you're not going to be playing with me very long because somebody's going to want to pick you up. A scout is going to want to pick you up. Another team, another organization, where you're going to be able to make some serious money. They're going to want to pick you up because you're going to be a piece that they're going to need. They're going to feel like they have to have. So that's just the main thing. Yeah, like I said, we're doing pretty decent in this game. Still got stuck there a little bit. Too much dribbling, way too much dribbling. That did lead to a score, a very nice pass, very good pass by Derek, a wonderful cut by Dre Johnson, and then a great finish there at the basket. So that did at least that led to some points. It didn't, great defense again, once again by Levon Andrews. Um, just awesome, just great defense there. Um, so yeah, like I said, he keeps that up. He's doing what he's doing. He's definitely just once again poor communication. I've said this to my guys. I just don't understand how can you lose somebody that close to the basket. This makes no sense to me. I've never understood that. I don't know what it is. I see that more and more now in today's game than I've ever seen in the times when I played. Um, a lot of it, and I tell my guys this all the time. A lot of it on defense is 100% pride and effort. If you have zero pride and zero effort, you look like trash on defense. And if you can't play defense, I'm telling you right now, if you can't play defense, especially at this level, you're not going to get an offer anywhere else. I'll tell you, I can 100% guarantee you that. If you can't play defense, if you're solely invested in your offense and you don't play defense, you will never play anywhere else. Because if you can't play defense on any level, no other team wants you. Um, everybody's so concentrating on offense that defense is getting lost, and so therefore teams are looking for those guys that can actually step in and play defense. And the thing is, if you play defense, and then all of a sudden now you're showing that was a gamble that didn't pay off. Levon tried to go for the steal there. Was very close to getting it, but didn't. And then we had poor rotation once again. No rotation, no talking. Great kick by Dre to Levon. Levon immediately made a quick move, got to the basket. So that kind of made up for the gamble on the steal in the previous play that led to a points, and he got those points right back. So I'm not overly upset with that play or what happened there. Like I said, we're playing pretty good defense. There's really good communication. We have got, and I'm telling my team this. I love you guys to death. Great kick out, good rebound, great kick out. Jacoby got that layup off that. Guys, we got to freaking box out for crying out loud. Um, like we are horrible. We're a horrible team. When it comes to boxing out or anything like that. We're horrible. And because of that is the reason why we struggle so much. Because of that is the reason why we let teams get back into games. Because of that is the reason why we lose 20, 25, 30 point leads. And next thing you know, we're in a dogfight for the rest of the game because you guys refuse to box out. That right there also will get you overlooked by many teams. You cannot keep your guy off the board. They do not want you. What is the point in having you? All right, so we got the jump ball there. Okay, that's Rico right there. Good move, good movement, good kick. Dante, you should have short tried. You should have scored that. That was not a good pass. Um, Rico dotted you pretty good. Instead of looking to score, you try to pass it, which I believe you did. Yeah, you did immediately fess up to that. So that I can definitely respect. But that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You got to see that. Um, I got to tell my guys all the time. I need everybody to be aggressive. Don't be so aggressive that you're forcing things and you're causing turnovers and doing all this other stuff, and you're becoming a hindrance to the team. But be aggressive in the mindset of, hey, I'm here because I can score. I'm here because I can play defense. I'm here because coach saw something in me. Let me play the way I play. And the reason why he put me on his team. If you long as you keep that mindset, everything should be fine. All right. So decent defense here. Still letting guys cut in front of us. Great defense by Levon. Great kick up. I think it's the Kobe again with the finish. I tell you, we got some guys. We've got some guys. I'm telling. The thing is, defense. That defense. Defense is what sparked that off. The defense sparked that off. We start playing harder on after we scored, and we start playing a little harder on defense. And now we got them to shoot an air ball, and now we're going the other way. Defense is our bread and butter. If guys do not get that understanding, we're going to struggle mightily. Just didn't we just rushed it? Didn't make a good basketball decision. And like I said, even with that, like guys, we can't make it any simpler. These are the reasons why I don't I on something like this. I should not have to burn a timeout. Basketball 1-on-1 tells you if they're running a 2-1-2, somebody needs to flash to the middle. Once that person flashes the middle, the guy on the other side, the other guys on the opposite sides need to be flashing or flying down the outside of the lanes. Because as soon as that pass gets made, that means it turns into a almost basically a 2-on-2. But somebody has to pick that up. And if you make the pass quick enough, the guy cuts, then that's an easy turns into an easy 2-on-1 fast break. We called the timeout, we discussed this, that's fine, and we fixed it immediately. That I will definitely credit to those guys, especially the semi pro squad that we had that played this game. Did a wonderful job, phenomenal job of adjusting. Once we were able to get the timeout, hit something in there, we were able to adjust. They listened to the adjustments and they applied the adjustments. So I definitely will definitely give the semi-pro squad a nod for that. Um, I hope the pro team starts kept picking up on that and they start doing that themselves. But like I said, I do appreciate what the semi-pro squad did. Once again, if you're in here, like I said, I've heard from Rock, I've heard from Brian, I've heard from Magic, I've heard from who's the other one? As far as players, I guess that is it. Hunter, he's still trying to get in. I don't know what's going on with that. But if you're in here, let me know who you are, um, and where you're watching from, so that I make sure I can take roll. Because I will have a private conversation, not so private. I know Brian, you're still at work. I know you'd already messaged me. Oh wait a minute, that's from previous. But I already know we're whatever conversation we're gonna have after this, it's not gonna be a pleasant one. It's just not. So if you're especially if you're one of the guys on my squad, you better be letting me know that you're in here. That way I can make sure I can have a roll call. Like I said, Magic's good, Brian's good, Rock is in here. Dez, I'm gonna probably throw something at you when I come out there. Um, yeah. Oh, Desmond's here. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yeah, you're gonna have you got a game coming up. Hopefully baby and mama's doing okay. For those who didn't know, Desmond and his wife just had another baby. This was a surprise baby. So yeah, he's working on a small tribe for him and his household. So I definitely wish the best of luck to to y'all when it comes to that. Once again, giving up on that play right there, gave up a one pass. Guy drives basically almost to the hole before anybody even remotely stops him. And that just can't happen. I know I told my guys this. I don't understand how it is that you allow somebody to get past the 3-point line before you even remotely try to stop them. That is horrible defense on all levels. Heck, I didn't have that problem with my middle school kids that I coached. That was great job. So that's exactly what I'm talking about. Call the timeout. They ran the same thing. We broke it easily. After this, they stopped kind of running it. There was a couple times I think we broke it again after this, and then after that, they just said, "Hey, you know what? Stop running it," because they were giving up easy scores. Little better on the rebounding, but once again, we're not putting a body on anybody. We're just trying to out jump people. Stop trying to out jump people. Stop trying to be more athletic. Be smart. Like I said, my job at this level for my players, and like I'm telling you, that's just horrible. My job at this level is to prepare my players for the next level. And at the next level, you don't have the luxury of making those type of mistakes that you're making, especially that we're making right now. Don't have that luxury. Great pass by Rico. I believe that was LeBron for the layup. Yes. Great pass by Rico Martinez. Great pass. Um, and that, got the layup off of that. But you guys don't have the luxury of making them type of mistakes that you're making. The fact you're not boxing out right there, we just happen to get that rebound. Not boxing out, not putting a body on somebody to make sure they don't get the rebound. You don't have that luxury. If a team sees that you're doing that now, they already know you're not going to do it at the next level. You may say, "Hey, I'm definitely capable. I can do this. I can do that." Yeah, that may be true. That was should have been a shot by Rico, which I think I yelled at him here in a few seconds. But he instead of taking a shot, he passed it up for a try to pass it. Yeah, I yelled at him right there. Yeah, he knew it. Um, but yes, trust and believe. No team is gonna if their team is looking at film right now and they're looking at this and they're seeing what guys are doing on the court, they're gonna be like, okay, you can't do it at that level. Why am I going to give you an opportunity to play for me? I hope that makes sense. That was gonna a good move. I think that was the Kobe who got that layup. Um, but yeah, so that's what we got to be careful of, guys. I love y'all to death, but you already know coach does not sugarcoat, and the coach is not going to tell you what you want to hear. And he's going to tell you what you need to hear. So as long as we're doing that kind of stuff, we should be good. We had time out there coming up. This game was the semi-pro team kind of has the same problems as my pro team. You guys cannot hold the lead. We're up. I think at some point in time, I think we were up by 20 plus in this game, like we've been in a lot of our games. And because we stopped rebounding, because we stopped moving the ball, because we stopped doing all the things that got us the lead, we allowed teams to get back in. And then now you're in a dogfight, and you have to play harder just to get any type of good result. Um, we have to get better at consistency. Um, some games we start off, most games we start off pretty decently. But I have yet to see this team actually play a complete game from start to finish. I've yet to see this team, any of my teams really, play a complete game from start to finish. I honestly believe if you guys play a complete game from start to finish, you guys are an unbelievably scary and an unbelievably hard team to beat. But like I said, we give everybody an opportunity. We give everybody an opportunity to get back in every game. I've gotten to the point now that I expect it. I expect that to happen. So I expect that at some point in time, especially in the third quarter, second or third quarter, is when you guys play the absolute worst for whatever reason it is. Your second and third quarter, especially towards the end of the second quarter, beginning middle part of a third quarter, you guys play like total dog crap. Trying to keep it PG. Um, but you guys played horrible. And that's something we've got to get cleaned up. We've got to get cleaned up. Because if not, we're gonna be hard pressed. 'Cause like I said, there's some of my guys, there's some money tournaments I want to enter these guys in. There's some things I really want to do with these guys, but I'm not gonna waste my time or money. Or if we get these sponsors, I'm not gonna waste their money either putting you guys in anything that I don't think you're gonna be successful in. It's just not even worth it. Once again, trying to out rebound some people. That wasn't a bad shot. Horrible defense there. Gave up a baseline drive. I don't know why we would give up a baseline drive. You have an extra defender there with a baseline. But yeah, so we gave up a baseline drive. So yeah, great job. Not exactly sure who that was on. It might have been on Derek. I couldn't tell. I think it was. But yeah, that's just not that's not smart basketball. Not smart defense. Another thing we need to work on, for crying out loud, guys. Freaking free throws. You guys horrible. We have been horrible this season at free throws. And I put a huge emphasis on the H and horrible. Horrible on free throws this year. Got to get that cleaned up as well. Um, thing. um, Hunter's you're really killing me here, buddy. Um, yeah. Let's see. I think that was a turnover. I believe maybe or somebody called time. I can I didn't see that one. Um, um, that's Lee there. You see in the white shirt. Talking to the guy had Magic in the huddle at that point in time as well. I will say this: we have some great guys that I really love having on the squad. This is probably I would say as an overall roster for semi-pro teams, probably my I would say my better rosters as far as attitudes, as far as camaraderie, and the things we're doing. This is definitely probably great movement there. Just happened to miss a shot. It's all good. I mean, you're not going to make every shot. I don't get upset about that. It was a great ball movement. We just didn't get the result we wanted. But like I said, um, this is probably definitely my better rosters I've had in a long time. Just that was just horrible. Um, Horrible decision making on the pass. It was also horrible um, um, decision as far as trying to help your teammate out. It's just that was just we're- I don't understand why guys drift from the basketball. Go to the freaking basketball. Not just my guys that I see doing this. I've seen this almost every team that we play against. In most basketball I've seen playing is that we just don't. That guys just don't. Great aggressive move by Devin there. I just don't. You don't see guys just actually going to the ball. I know when I played, just didn't pick him up, let a guy come up and shoot. But I know when um, I played point guard, and when I came in as a point guard, it was decent drive by Austin, and then we just let this guy get behind us. For yeah, I'm just gonna leave that one alone. I played point guard, and when the ball there was a rebound, I wasn't running up the court. I came back to the basketball. It was Austin on the 3-point shot there. Um, but I came back to the ball. I never left my bigs. Anybody who was a non-point guard, I never left them back there to try to bring the ball up. I, I'm hoping that was in the quarter. 'Cause I don't know why. Yeah, I don't think it was in the quarter. Not a good decision. And I see that quite a bit from our guys. We're not making good decisions when it comes to basketball or shots, especially shots. Our shot selection is horrible. 100% horrible, and it kills us every game. Not most games, every game. Every game, our shot selection is completely just sucks. We take extremely dumb shots, um, and we don't even. I mean, like I said, we take dumb shots, no ball movement, and then we wonder why um, we're turning the ball over, or we're only getting one shot opportunity, and we're giving up 5 and 6 shot opportunities for the other team. Uh, yes, you're one of those. I'm glad you said that, Rock. I'm sure. I'm assuming you're talking about yourself as well. But yes, that's 100% right. Um, that guards, that you guys need to come get the ball every time. Uh, like I said, if there's, and this is what gets me about you guys. I get several of you guys complain about somebody bringing the ball up the court. Oh my god, coach, he turned the ball over. He did this. Okay, so where were you at? If you know that person is somebody that sometimes is turnover prone, it doesn't make good decisions with the basketball, then why didn't you go back and get the ball? I told my guys last game, I do not, nor will I accept any more excuses. I don't care what you feel. I don't care what you think. My question is, what are you doing? If you're going to complain about somebody dribbling the ball or doing this and that, why are you allowing them to bring the ball to the court? Go back and get the ball. You bring the ball, then you direct them where they need to go. Don't complain about something if you're not going to be a solution. If you're going to be a problem, shut up. That's just me. I mean, that's how I coach. That's how I am. That's how I will be. I don't really care. I don't care about your thoughts or your feelings. That was a good kick. I mean, Austin had so much time over there that he was able to go out to the vending machine, grab a snack and a Gatorade, and then take a shot. So that was awesome. Uh, let's see what we got going on here. Okay, so still not. I've still not seen a lot of intensity on defense right now. I don't understand why are we just allowing somebody to dribble, and then casually take a shot. Um, Austin, I swear to God, you or anybody else, great pass by Rico. And Devin tricked off the shot. But great pass by Rico. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of that sometimes guys miss shots like that because they're not used to somebody actually passing the ball when they're open. That was just horrible communication. Austin was gambling too much, lost his man completely. Um, but sometimes guys are not being able to hit layups or make layups or this is that because they're not used to somebody actually passing them the ball when they're open. Another great kick to Austin. Austin had another great little run there, but that's part of the problem. If you're passing the ball and you're passing the ball up when somebody's open, then guess what happens? It comes back to you. Guys are going to pass you the ball when you're open, and you're still going to get your points, still going to get your numbers, but it can't be one of those things that's what you're solely worried about. And I've talked to my guys about this. I have talked to my guys about this almost to the point of nausea. Um, Rico definitely got fouled on that one. He got smacked like 4 or 5 times. Yeah, yeah, I wasn't too happy about that. I mean, it is what it is. It happens. It is what it is. Um, yeah, okay, yeah. Um, I would say, like I said, guys. Except for those anybody who just joined in or whatever who's watching this later. Um, this is special edition coach's corner where we're breaking down some game film from past a couple of our games here. Um, not that long ago. But yeah, I was about to say, Austin, if I see you throw another stupid lob pass like that, I swear to God, I will pull you out of the game. You probably will not play the rest of the game. Those passes, and I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to you because I just saw it from you. The whole team does that way too often. I don't understand why y'all just continually try to throw the stupid cross court pass when 9 times out of 10 it gets stolen. Work the ball. 100% work the ball. Good shot. I don't know who shot that. Um, but work the ball for crying out loud. Like we are just so lazy, and I don't know why you guys seem to think that why you're so freaking why you think you're so special that you can make that cross court pass consistently because you never have. The times we've gotten through, it's only because the other team just was worse on defense at that point in time than we were, and that's the only reason why that pass got through. Let's make sure what happened there. Assume there was a foul. Uh, I guess we got the bucket. Yeah, I guess they just gave us the bucket. Okay. Um, but yeah, I don't know why you guys keep doing that. Stop doing it. 'Cause I'm telling you right now, the next person that does it and it causes and the turnover results in it, you will be coming out of the game for the rest of that quarter. So you better hope you don't do it in the fourth quarter. I'm tired of seeing it. It's a dumb pass. You should never throw that pass unless the defense has completely abandoned whoever they're supposed to be guarding. That cross court pass crap should never be thrown ever. So we had some rotations come in. I will say this. Um, this is why I was glad to see um I was glad to have Hunter um in our last game against the servants, which I'm very upset that we don't have the film for that. It was wonderful. He reminded me greatly why I miss my assistant coach Dion Campbell, who just really because I get so focused, and all my players know this. I get so focused, so in tune. I'm so intense into the game that I tune everything else out, and I miss a lot of things. And that's what having a good assistant coach, somebody that's in tune with you. That's what really helps you out. And 100% Dion was that for me. Hunter really filled that role this past Sunday for me, and I greatly appreciate that. Matter of fact, hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick because I don't know what's going on with his stuff. So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but um, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Okay, so now you don't want to answer your phone. Okay, Hunter, I got you. I got you, buddy. Oh yeah, I got you now. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'll be seeing you real soon. But but no, seriously, no. I mean, I do greatly appreciate that. Matt Fetter's on it right there. Just checked in the game. Um, but no, yeah, we got to make sure we're moving the ball around. I am going to let's see. I'm gonna I'm gonna move this past. Let's go. Let's jump up here. Okay, so we're gonna jump to the fourth quarter. We had actually let me back this up just a little bit. Let's see. That's still third quarter. I think Hunter just joined. Possibly. Yes.
Can you hear me?
Okay. So Hunter just joined. He's getting in there. Um. Yeah. So. Okay. So we're basically in. Okay. This is the third quarter. And we're still up at this point in time. We're up 62 to 49. I'm gonna bring it up a little further. Let's go right here. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm gonna bring it up a little bit further here is because this is when we start just I don't know what we were doing. Um, we weren't communicating on defense. Number one, we're taking horrible shots. Number two, we're turning the ball over. Number three, and we just allowed them to come back in. At this point in time, it's a 9-point game, but at the same time, it momentum changes very quickly. Hunter, you played in this game. What were you seeing at that time?
Man, I was seeing that I wasn't hitting shit, but I mean, really, nah. I mean, just kind of defensively, not really communicating a whole lot, just not really talking very much on back cuts, especially. That was kind of killing us, getting in a lot of open looks, and then easy drives just straight to the rim without anybody really hardly getting up on them. Like, see, they have pressure up high right there off the jump, but we didn't really have that almost the whole game onto them.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. I mean, that's been our problem. What I see is a lot of lazy defense. Um, I don't see the type. I would say, as far as defensively, what like, there's really two. I would say two people off the jump that I can think of, right, 100% off the top of my head, that play really in the ball in your face defense. That's James and Jacoby. Those two
Yeah.
will get up in their guys' face, and I mean they're defending. They're not off their man. They're not doing all this other stuff. They are actually on their man. If our whole team played like that,
Be untouchable.
undoubtedly we'd be even a much better squad just on that front. Because every single time we start getting um we start turning the intensity of defense on our defense side up, our offense always goes up. Um, but for whatever reason, we decided we take plays off on the wrong end. We take plays off on defense, and we try to go all out on offense. That's not how you do that. That's not how you're going to be successful. And we haven't been successful because of that. But I mean, like I said, it is what it is. Like I said, this was let's see, they started. I mean, they made a run. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to say 100%. It was just all us, but because the other team they made a pretty good run. And they were knocking down shots, but we were not doing what we were supposed to be doing. This was a very entertaining game. This one, especially the second one. Yeah, it was very entertaining. We'll just put it that way. Should have watched it, but yeah. So yeah, we end up allowing them to come back in. I am going to go ahead and I'm going to fast forward this just a little bit further. Because at this point in time, like I said, we're up by 8. Um, uh, let's go about right here. All right, still up by 8. This game changes. The momentum of this game changes extremely quickly. Wait a minute. Right up by 8. Oh, that's right. There was a jump. Yeah, for whatever reason, we had issues, um, and we lost some time. Yeah, we had some issues with the. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go past that part. Anyways, we lost some time there on the camera, and we allowed them to basically go on a 15 a 15-0 run on us. We were up by 8. We were up 68-60, and then we allowed them to just score 15 straight points on us. No answer. 15 straight freaking points. That is horrible. It was horrible offense, horrible defense. Um, what I'm saying, and this and and Hunter, you've actually had a chance to now to be a player and to be a coach. And you actually have I've actually seen what it's like being on my side. Um, you can make all the adjustments you want to as a coach, but just like anything else, and the one thing I've always said, coaches are not the ones that win games. Coaches put you in position to win games. Players have got to win games. Players have got to make plays. So you can have the best game plan in the world. If your guys are not going to go out there and execute, or go off the reservation, so to speak, or do whatever they want to do, you're not going to be very successful.
Mm-mm.
And when we've gotten, what I'm saying, when we call timeouts and we talk to guys, and when they actually start listening to what as a coaching staff we're trying to get them to do, and they actually start doing it, we have been successful 100% of the time. When we don't do those things, we have been unsuccessful 100% of the time. I mean, is that a fair assumption
That is
on
a
your
very fair assumption.
okay. I just want to make sure I wasn't going I mean, I'm already crazy, but I don't want to go
Yeah.
further down the rabbit hole. Um Now I will say yes, you were struggling with your shot. But shot making is 100% confidence.
Yep.
What happens sometimes if you miss your first couple shots, your confidence level goes down. And that's I get that. I've been there. I've done that. I understand it. Um, you just got to keep shooting the ball. I mean, because eventually you did end up hitting a shot. I think it was I don't know. I think you might already hit it.
I think it was in the fourth, maybe. I can't
Yeah,
remember
we're in
though.
the fourth quarter. I just don't remember how
I don't remember when.
far it was in the fourth quarter. We just once again we're doing a little too much there. End up giving up. They end up getting a steal, and then end up getting a layup. They're putting the points on the wrong side. Yeah. Um, that being said, hey, the TriState 66ers are definitely looking for volunteers to run the camera slash scoreboard, scorebook, and everything else. If you can, just please reach out. We're trying to make sure we solidify that. Anyways, back to our previous scheduled programming. Um, like I said earlier, our one of our biggest Achilles has to be our rebounding. We have been an unbelievably horrible rebounding team. Um, and it's just sometimes it's hard for me to watch over on the sideline. Um, so we've got to get better about that. Like I said, somebody could say, "Well, you need more bigs." You know what? I don't. I honestly don't even subscribe to that. I don't. I played in the Ocho. You know, as a freshman, I weighed 132 pounds, soaking wet, um, and I still was averaging um, 7 to 8 rebounds a game. I was boxing out guys much bigger than me. Boxing out is a lot like defense. It's all about determination. It's all about desire. It's all about want to. Um, the fact that we just don't do it lets me know we don't want to. But then we're gonna complain about everything else. Yeah, I'm gonna check that score. But I just, mm-mm. Anyways, yeah, let's. We okay, I'm gonna fast forward towards the end of this game because I want to get to the next game. I really want to get to the game against the Kings. Now I'm not overly thrilled with that game against the Kings because number one, we lost, and we should not have lost that game. Or at the very least, we should have been a heck of a lot more competitive than we were in that game. But for all the aforementioned things that we just talked about, that's the reason why we lost that game and the way we lost that game. Because of poor defense, no communication. I see that pass right there. We're throwing the ball inbounds and we're trying to throw the ball to freaking half court. We do that at least 4 times a game, and it really drives me crazy. That's not smart basketball at all. It's a good take. Um, but missed dunk, allowed them to get the ball, one pass. I think the guy took 2 dribbles and he had a layup. It's not getting back. I just, yeah, I just, it was just, we won the game. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I, I don't even want to watch that one anymore. Yeah, so we won the game. So let's as I'm queuing this up, Hunter. I want you to talk to us a little bit about okay. So I'm gonna be pulling up the Oklahoma City Kings game that we played. Why don't you talk to us a little bit about that game? You showed that game, right?
Yeah, it was like late in the third when I showed up though.
Okay, so some of the stuff that you were seeing even in the third, I don't know if you've actually been able to watch any of this game, the highlights or anything like that of it. But for some of the stuff you saw in the third, what were some of the things you were seeing?
Kind of the same thing we always have happen. I mean, easy penetration, allowing easy shots. I mean, it was really just a lot of it. And it seemed like there were some players that were gassed a little bit, but otherwise, I mean, I'd have to get a better view overall on what happened. I did jump in when it was pretty late, so it's kind of be hard to get a full judgment on it.
I doubt it'll be that difficult to judge on it. But give me a second. Still, still being stupid. Yeah, we were just so flat coming out of this game. We had nothing going as far as defensive intensity. Uh,
Yeah,
Offensively, we were kind
was
of
not
all
much
over the
energy on
place.
defense.
You said what?
Was not much energy on defense at all.
No, there really wasn't much of anything that I was seeing. I was really. Okay, so okay, so we're about to hit the jump ball here. Now there's only, I guess, because that's right, we were having some issues. There's only like maybe um, like 5 minutes on this first part um, that was actually on here. So we'll wait. We'll watch about like the first 5 minutes of this, I guess. And we'll kind of go from there. A little better movement offensively. I think a little better than I thought it was. Still a little flat coming out there. Good deep, read defensively. Good pass. That we need to do more of. Definitely need to do more of that. We get guys that are cutting to the basket a lot, and we're just missing them. That is what it is. Defensively, once again, like I don't know how many times we talked about it. If there's a screen, switch it. But yet still we still have guys that are playing off the screen. AB came in there, hit a nice little three there, but we're playing off the ball. I don't understand why guys are so lazy like this, like that. Like, I don't understand why the freak. Like it makes no sense for both of you guys, both those guys to freaking go in there. I mean, that should have been a foul call, but at the same time, we got to be much, much more aware of what we're doing offensively and not put ourselves in a situation like that. You guys that are continually trying to dribble through 3 or 4 people, do spin moves through like half a team instead of just making a simple basketball play. So we're kind of put in a tough situation there, trying to basically play right field between two guys. Good drive, kick. Ooh, excuse me. Got to hit that. Good drive, good find by Lee. Sorry, you got to hit that. It's all good though. Um, oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, I think we're so much better than what we've been playing. That's just 100%. We are so much better than what we've been playing. Um, and unfortunately, I mean, a lot of that is just the fact that we have not had a single practice, which really scares me, man. It's like that means this team is really scary. That's scary good that we're playing the way we're playing, and we haven't had a chance to have a single freaking practice. Which means a lot of the mistakes that we're making, that was not a good shot, even though I know you can make that magic. That was not a good shot. You'd already missed your first one, and you decided to take a deeper one. Not a good shot at all. Good. That was better spacing. Lee, you got to work on that left hand. Look, ain't nobody safe. I'm one. Like I said, I'm 100% a coach. I did scouting for quite some time. Um, and these are a lot of things that like how scouts would look at it. They're like, okay, you're this far in your career and you still can't finish with your left hand. That's what they'll see. That's what they'll say. That was the perfect opportunity to finish with the left hand. Why didn't you finish with the left hand? You might have got an and one. If they see that, they're gonna be like, That's exactly this exact thing they're gonna say." Because I've said it, I don't know how many times when it came to scouting reports that I had to write. Player had opportunities to finish with left hand. We do a lot of that too. I'm glad it works out for it worked out for us a couple times. Good finish by Magic. But we do a lot of that stuff. We gamble to where we let the guy go by us, and then we try to poke the ball free. A lot of times that does not work for us, and we're lucky that a lot of refs don't call that foul because that is technically a foul. Because you guys are not actually hitting the ball; you're hitting their arm. Good kick. Good move. Okay, so yeah, that cut out. So give me a second. Pull it. Get everything off. Go back in there. Grab the other video. Yeah, that went to my the coaching podcast, which is the Birdman Sports podcast. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. That's not what you tuned in for. But yeah, we do that quite a bit. And we've really gotta stop doing that. We gamble to the point where we allow somebody to drive right past us. Actually, I'm gonna move a little bit further into this. I don't want to. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's have technical difficulties there, somewhat. Okay, so we moved a little bit further past. I'm not exactly sure. I know I think still in the first quarter, because the times went up there, and so I'm not 100% sure if that's even correct. I'm gonna run the camera on that. But anyways, so yeah, we moved a little bit further. I'm gonna actually skip a little bit further in this. Let's skip up to here. Okay, so now the game has changed. We've allowed them to get a run and get back in the game. And from here we kind of just go downhill. We've now allowed them to get the ball. So now we got a pretty decent screen right there. Good kick. That was actually a good shot. So I'm not really that upset with that. But there was no. Actually, I have no idea what's going on now. There we go. Well, I know what's going on. We just gave up 3. And we do that a lot. Lazy defense. Guys are just not. We're just not trying to. We're not trying to stop anybody. And that's a lot of our problem. Good kick. Good shot by Sawyer. I think if we start doing that more, to where say like Magic or somebody else is hitting, if they decide to use themselves as a decoy and swing the ball, guys are gonna have wide open shots. But we can't allow that was. And I get what you're saying on that, Rock. I didn't really think you hit him, but when you give a ref an opportunity to even remotely make that call, you are 100% in the wrong. No matter how you try to slice or dice it, you are 100% in the wrong. You can never put a ref in a position to make a call like that. Never. Just gotta be smarter. It is what it is. Like I said, I mean that part was done and over with. I'm not that upset about it, but just gotta be smarter. Just remember that going forward. Never put a ref in a position to make a call like that defensively. Offensively, yeah, you want to put them in a position to make that call. Um, where did you? Okay, so this is basically this is the third quarter. I'm pretty sure this is about roughly where you came in, Hunter. When you started seeing stuff in the third quarter, what were some of the things you were noticing that really stood out to you?
Lack of communication on defense. Kind of a lot of, I mean, you can kind of see it here, a little bit of standing and watching offensively, just looking for Lee to make a move, not really coming to the ball, helping him out, forcing him to just take a drive, which granted he got fouled, but somebody coming up, helping him out a little bit might have eased up the situation for him a little bit and created more spacing for ball movement. But mainly defensive energy. I mean, that's where it all begins, really. You just have that defensive energy, you can take a lead like they have right now, and you can swing it to your advantage easily, especially with it being this close.
And I'm glad you said that. The standing around part, not making things easier. That's guys. We complain, and there's a lot. We're not the only ones. A lot of other teams they complain about how oh the ref's not making these calls, this and that, or I can't do it. I can't get in the lane to do any moves or anything like that. Well, the reason why you can't get in the lane is because nobody's just standing around watching it. Look at that. There's third.
Nobody putting a body on someone to box out. Everyone's standing looking at the
There's
rebound.
four. There's five. 5 offensive rebounds in one possession. 5. That is utterly horrible basketball. That's just this is utter horrible basketball. I mean, seriously, if if it weren't for the fact that you guys could actually do highlights, and just pick out your best parts, if I had to send game film in to scouts and show every single game that we had, raw footage, how many guys could honestly say they're gonna get picked up today? If you're basing it, because if they're able to see every single time that you're out on the court, they're able to see all the stuff that you're doing or not doing, how many guys are gonna get picked up? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was decent defense right there. It was a pretty good shot. I mean, he got in rhythm. We should never let him get in the rhythm, um, because I just don't understand how we're letting anybody, um, get to a spot without putting an arm or something or bodying him up or something. That's mind boggling to me. Miscommunication once again. I guess a wide open layup opportunity. I think this was the end of the third quarter. Yeah, in the third quarter. Okay, so I believe let's jump ahead a little bit. So yeah, at this point we're down 78. This must have been halftime. Yes, that'd have been halftime. Yeah, that was halftime. That's what that was. Okay, so here we are, start third quarter. Third quarter. Um, that game's still definitely manageable. It's manageable. Um, if we correct the things that we talked about, and if we correct the things that we know we should be doing, then the game not only is it manageable, but it becomes easier, and we should make a turnaround and be able to pull the win out. That's what you would think, right? Yeah, well, that's not what we did. No, we decided to complicate things even further. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the time there. And then we moved the camera. What the devil? Sorry, some of this is I'm looking because that's not where that camera was because the speaker's now in the way. Oh god. Okay. Yeah. We'll get it figured out. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody. We'll get it figured out. Okay. So a little bit better movement here. Um, I mean, I'm not overly upset with the shot because that is a shot that AB can hit. However, once again, just no real movement after that. We didn't. He didn't turn, and I'll say this: AB, you've got to get better about that. give up a 3-point shot. You gotta get better about that. When you get the ball, especially in that post area right there, instead of just turning and firing immediately, turn, assess what you have around you. Maybe it calls for a shot. Maybe it calls for you facing up and attacking that person. Maybe it calls for you to actually post up. Whatever it is, you got to turn and assess instead of just turning and firing. Um, and especially in a situation like that, good hustle by Rock. Sorry, got fouled on that one. But we got to get better about. Like I said, we've got to get better at actually thinking the game. And for anybody that's watching this, and especially if you're not one of my players, I talk to my players a lot about viewing the game of basketball, as like playing a game of chess. You have got to get to the point where you're thinking 5, 6, 7, sometimes 15 moves ahead of your opponent. Lost Hunter. You got to get to the point. You got to get to the point where you're 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 thinking moves ahead instead of just thinking in the moment. If you're just thinking in the moment, you're honestly behind. You've got to be able to think ahead. If you can't do that, you're gonna struggle quite a bit. That's why, I'll say this to Hunter. Hunter's on here. Hunter's one of my better shooters on the team. I'll say anything when it comes to shooters. A lot of times, the reason why you're not hitting is because you're thinking about the shot that you're getting now, and you even sometimes you think about the next shot instead of thinking, okay, what moves, where do I need to position myself the next time we come down the court? Yeah, I came down the court this last time. Where I was at, that wasn't working. Okay, so where do I need to go? Do I need to set a screen? Do I need to do a screen and pop? Do I need to slip the screen into a shooting spot? What do I need to do that's gonna put me in a better position to get a shot? Because if I'm in a better position to get a shot, that means the team is in a better position to score. And that's what, like I said, game of basketball has got to be viewed as like a game of chess. If you can't do that, it makes it difficult. So that's the one thing I tell, and Hunter, he's here. He's heard me say that I don't know how many times, especially in practice. As far as that, I yeah. Okay, Hunter, you kind of see why I do get so upset when it comes to some of the stuff that we do as a team.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's a good look. I'm not overly upset with that. We don't get a lot of downhill movement. That definitely should have been a foul. Good hustle by AB. This is when it starts getting a little chippy. That's where it starts getting a little chippy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, mm, okay, so here's what we're gonna do, Connor. 'Cause I don't want to look at that anymore. It's starting to hurt my head. Starting to hurt my head a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this. Okay, since we don't have the game film for from Sunday's game, let's talk about it for a little bit before we get up out of here. Um, okay, so what were the positives that you saw in that game Sunday against the Servants?
I mean, a lot of good energy on the offensive side of things. I mean, early, the thing that we always do is early jumping into possessions or coming out of a quarter. We'll talk on defense for a couple possessions. We'll communicate well. Everything will go well. We'll get a couple steals, get a couple easy points in transition, and then that'll just slowly kind of fade away. But on the good side of things, I mean, A, we won the ball game. B, it was against a good team in our league. But it's just finishing out the game. That's really the main thing. Bringing the energy. That's what really brought it out. I mean, the energy that we all had there coming late. Rock coming up with a big shot and then getting a good pass to Magic. I mean, there was some good looks in that game that came through, but it's just a matter of being able to finish out when we have a 20-point lead. I mean, that's something we dropped at one point. We were up on that team by 20, and it ended up being a what, a 3-point win. So I mean, it's just things like that we got to capitalize on that could really change the whole outcome of how this season goes.
Well, I would say this, especially when it comes to like in the servants in general. We've had some battles with them. I know last year when we played them at um at our place last year. Let's see, yeah, Lee just made it in. When we played them last year at our place, it was a close game. We were up by 3 um, at the end of regulation. Now, after after going back and watching it, we actually won that game or should have won that game because the ref missed a 5-second inbounds call and didn't make the violation call. They were able to get the ball in.
Mm.
Their big guy, I think it was number 20, hit a phenomenal shot to send the game in overtime. That being said, I'm still not going to complain about something like that because we still had the opportunity to win in overtime. We ended up losing that game by 1. I think the final score was 146 to 145. So we've had some great battles. I love playing against that team. Love coaching against that team. Just great battles. They've got great players, great coaching staff. Major, I consider to be a good friend, colleague, and a great man. I appreciate that man beyond belief. He is a phenomenal dude. Yeah, yeah. You saw it. You saw it. Lee. You saw it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um. So I mean, like I said, I love Major. He's awesome. I love their coaching staff. I love the guys on that side of the ball as well. So I enjoy anytime we get a chance to match up against them. 'Cause I know that number one, if we're at 100% and guys actually show up, we're gonna have a good game. Um, so yeah, I definitely I agree with that. There's a lot of energy. We do that quite a bit coming out, but then yeah, we just decide to
Fade away from it.
go for the
Just
mannerism.
Yeah, just fade away from the energy that we bring for a second. We'll go at it good 4 or 5 possessions, and then it just slowly dissipates.
So what would be your negatives then? When we're talking about this, I'm trying to pull something up here. But go ahead.
Communications. Um, you want me to wait a second?
No, you're good.
Communications, shot selection, ball movement, getting back on defense, and just, I mean, that's really about it. That and I mean, god dang, putting a body on somebody when crashing boards. Goodness gracious! I mean, that 5 in a row on offensive rebounds for them is ridiculous. That should not happen at all. Putting a body on somebody instead of just standing there watching the shot go up 5 different times, and then deciding, let's just foul the dude and then get the possession over, make him inbound it, and go from there. Like, no, there should be a body put on somebody, box the motherfucker out, and then get the rebound and go from there. Do what we know. I mean, we practiced that shit way too much to be letting that happen when we were getting all of our practices in.
Yeah. Um, no, I mean that's 100%. I just like I said, boxing out and even defense itself is 100% an effort and want. Um, and when you're not doing that, you're telling me you're not giving any type of effort and you don't want to. And as much, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not the only one though, Lee. I do appreciate you do stepping up and saying that. Um, but you're not the only one. That's a team effort. It starts with individuals, yes, but overall, it's a team effort. And when you're not doing it as a team, and then you go, and what gets me, my problem. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because my guys know I love them, but they also know I don't really care. I will say what needs to be said. If you're complaining about somebody not boxing out, and then you turn around and don't box out, you need to go to the locker room, look yourself in the mirror, and then slap the taste out your mouth. If you're gonna yell at somebody for doing something that you just turned around and did yourself or didn't do yourself, you are a 100% hypocrite. You need to shut your mouth and don't say anything else. Just play. Let me. do the yelling. Let me do the correction. Don't get upset if someone's not doing something and then you turn around and don't do the same and not do the same thing. And don't try to blame it. Like I've seen guys do this. I've seen them do it, Hunter. I know you heard it too. Oh man, my bad. I was tired, man. My legs. Oh, really? Was you tired in the first quarter? Was you tired after warm ups?
Mm.
Was you? I mean, what's the problem? If you're that tired, why? When I'm sitting there saying, "Hey, you need one?" I'm good. I'm good. That just tells me you're selfish.
Mm-hmm. Don't let
Instead of
me
coming
hear
out of
that.
the game, getting rest, getting a couple minutes rest. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody else get there, so that way you're at peak. You're at a peak performance, and you can keep going. Instead of doing that, that means you're selfish. You only care about yourself. You only care about your numbers and what you're doing. You don't care about the team or the successfulness of the team. Is what you're saying. Now you might be saying, "No, coach, I'm not saying that." What is your actions telling me though? Instead of saying, "Hey, I need a breather." Now I tell my guys this all the time. Most of the time, I'll let you guys play. I'll let you, I'll let you play until you tell me, "Hey, coach, I need a breather." And most of the time, I'll do that. Um, but if I look over there and I see that you ain't hustling on defense, or you let somebody go by you, or you start walking up the court, you just told me you're tired, coach. I'm tired. I need a breather, and I'm gonna sit you. Now you
Hunt will
may
get
not
you.
get back in
Don't
the game
worry.
when you want to get back in the game.
Yep.
I need to make sure that you are 100% got the breath and the energy that you need, that you hydrate. I need to make sure somebody gives you an IV. I will get you an IV. It's got to be the enema IV. You ain't gonna want that. Yeah, yeah. Military taught us how to do that.
Oh, Jesus
Let
Christ.
me tell you something. That's not very comfortable.
Hey, let me hear them legs get tired. I'll get you a sub real quick. Don't worry.
You're you're like, oh wow, who's this? Oh, Benzo. Oh, that's my bad, coach. I did that Sunday. Oh yeah. Hey, look, like I said, I do appreciate you guys that are saying that. I do. But it's not just the youth thing. That's a whole team thing. That's a whole team thing. I do appreciate when guys are admit that, hey, I messed up on that. Da, da, da. I do appreciate it. I really do. But like I said, when it comes down to it, it's 100% a team effort. You can only do so much as an individual. But when it comes down to the point where the whole team's doing, like I said, that possession we saw, 5 rebounds, offensive rebounds. There was 4 guys down there. 4. Not one of them put a body on anybody. They were just trying to outjump the guy, and that's not gonna cut it on any level. It's not gonna cut it. You can't just try to outjump somebody. Yeah, we're playing at a level. This, like I said, like I've said this before, it's not middle school. This is not high school. This is not college. You're playing a level. There's some actual some serious athletes. Even on this lower level that we're on, there's some serious athletes out there. You're not going to just out athletic somebody. You have to actually use fundamentals. You actually have to be smart. Um, and that's not easily done. You actually have to work at that. Athleticism comes naturally to a lot of people, but that the part where the thinking part, that is the part where most players struggle and fail. And that's the reason why, and I hate saying it, but in a lot of cases, that's the reason why some players, and I'm not just talking about my guy, I'm talking about in all leagues that are not the NBA, G League, or overseas or leagues like that. Any league that started up here that's in the United States, especially right now, that's the reason why none of those, that's the reason why the majority of those players haven't gone anywhere. It's because they can't think the game. They're athletic, they can play. Well, if you can't think the game, if you can't outthink somebody, you're not very valuable. I, I I almost say I hate saying that, but I'm not. I don't because I understand it. I understand that when you're at this level, you haven't gotten the opportunity to play somewhere. You're fighting. You're fighting to try to get to that spot. Most people are already there. A lot of the guys you're fighting against are already there. They've already been established. So you have got to put yourself in a position, and you got to make yourself um, like Hunter. You know this better than anybody. You're a car. You sell cars, right?
Yeah.
You know good and well that every car on that lot is a potential sell, even your owner's car. Because most owners, they drive a car from the lot.
Yeah.
And so therefore, and this happened with my mom. She bought a Cadillac. It was a 2000. It was 2002 Cadillac. Thing was sky blue with a white rack top. Thing was beautiful.
Hmm.
Had 20,000 miles on it. The owner was driving that car. They walked into my mom and dad walked into the dealership. She walked in there. They're looking at cars. She saw that car, that Cadillac sitting up there. They say, "What's up with that car?" And the owner was like, "Yeah, the guy was like, that's the owner's car. That's the one he's driving." She's like, "Well, I want that one." Guy walked in there, said something to the owner. He's like, "Make her an offer." Made her an offer. She drove out with that car that same day. He went and got another car for a lot. Drove home.
Yep.
like,
Yep.
everything is for sale. And guys have got to realize you are a product. You are 100% a product. You have got to make yourself marketable in all aspects. You know what I'm saying? We got to get to the point of making ourselves marketable in all aspects. Hunter, I'm going to ask you this question. Um, if there's one thing, as a player now, dipping your toes in the coaching ranks. If there's one thing you, if there's one thing you can improve on the offensive side and the defensive side of the basketball when it comes to from our squad standpoint, what would be one thing that you would do on either side?
Um, I'd say one thing that I would really apply that comes into both is accountability. Coming from not only the people that are making the actions of what need to be improved on, but the leaders of our squad. So Lee, AB, Newt. Newt does a great job of it, but Newt's not always there. But Lee, AB, Magic, stepping in. Those guys. I mean, accountability needs to be held to everybody, and that goes for both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. If you see somebody taking a bad shot and then not getting back, you need to hold that person accountable. You can't just let that fly because then that's going to leave a bad taste in everybody else's mouth, especially when that possession leads to them coming down and scoring. Or, with boxing out, you see your bigs just standing there looking at the rebound, not crashing, not getting physical, not doing anything to get the ball back into your possession. You need to get on their ass about it. Not saying, sway them in a negative way to where it hurts the team, but you need to hold them accountable to what they know they're capable of doing. And that's something that I personally think is something that if we could do that and our leaders heavily do that, we were really good about it a year or two ago with holding accountability for everybody. It's kind of slack this year. But I think if that role really jumps in offensively and defensively, it could really change the outcome of a lot of our games.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. And it sounds like you've really been listening. No, I didn't give you a sub, Desmond. Shut up. You know good and well you didn't want a sub anyway. Um, but no, it sounds like you really were definitely listening when I was talking about a lot of that stuff. When it came to a lot of stuff that we were doing, 100% accountability has got to be. It's got to be from top to bottom. I try to do I try to do my best to make sure I'm holding myself accountable when it comes to a lot of stuff that we're doing. And I try to every game, every practice, every situation we get an opportunity to do this. I try to become better. But at the same time, at the end of the day, I'm the coach. I'm not playing. I'm not putting up the shots. You know what I'm saying? If I'm telling you I have every bit of confidence in you, and I'm letting you play. I'm letting hey, go out and play basketball. You've been playing basketball long enough. Just go play basketball. And we're still falling short. That means either I need to, and I'll say on this part, I'll hold myself accountable. I need to either pull the reins back and take more control as far as when it comes to offense and defense, what we're doing, and stop letting guys have that opportunity to have the freedom that they've been having. If that's the case, I will hold myself accountable, and I will go right back to how we were doing things. Honestly, we were a lot more successful that way. But you can say what you want to say. We were more successful when I had the structure that we had in the past. I don't want to do that because I believe that if guys have that freedom to be able to play like that, I believe they will play more free. I believe they'll play a little bit with uh, a little bit less effort because you're not having to think so much. Not having to think, okay, we call this play. I have to make sure I do this or I have to make sure I do that. You're just playing basketball. That's the reason why I decided to switch over to what we're doing now. Give more of a free flow in offense because I don't want guys thinking so much. I don't want you thinking so hard. I just want you to go out and play. But I mean, that's about it. All right, Hunter, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up a little bit. But before we do that, I definitely want to remind everybody that this coming Saturday, your TriState 66ers will be back in action against the Wichita Wizards, June 8th, at the Parsons Rec Center in Parsons, Kansas, at 6 p.m. Definitely come check us out if you're in the Parsons area. Come check us out. Heck, if you're Parsons, Pittsburgh, Girard, Coffeyville, Independence, my hometown. Chanute, Columbus, stand up, Columbus. If you are in these areas, y'all are nothing but you're throwing stone away from where we're going to be at. Come check us out. This is our last home game of this season for this league. Before we jump into the end of the season, playoffs are going to start on the 29th. But then we'll be starting up our tournament season, which is going to be something new that I'm going to be doing for this organization. But I'll be having the pro team and the semi-pro team, entering them into several different tournaments, money tournaments, different things like that. Um, we're going to be getting into a lot of that coming up. But this is going to be our last home game for this season, and then we're on the road for the rest of the season until the playoffs. These games that we got coming up are extremely important. We definitely want to win, especially the next 2 games. Next 3 games, because we have this game against Wichita, which we played them their first game of the season. We lost to them, but I only had 6 players. Um, so we definitely want to win this game. They are undefeated. They're the only undefeated team, I believe, in our league right now. So this would be a huge win if we're able to get this win. We turn around then played Central Kansas Twisters at their place. Our semi-pro team as well as our pro team will be in action that weekend, playing against the Twisters. And then we come back, or we go to, I believe the Kings. We play the Kings, Oklahoma City Kings, at their place. That is a huge game. We definitely need to get back. We dropped a game against them this past weekend. We need to get that game back. We get that game back, we put ourselves in a really good position for the playoffs and hopefully playing for a championship. So those are some really huge. Uh, hey, oh, my boy Trinity, man. Now this dude right here, I love this man beyond belief. This is my boy, man. When I first started coaching at the Kansas City, so he was one of my first players I had on that squad. AB was also on that squad. Um, and I love this man to death. He's doing a great job as a coach himself. Hey, I might have to sign you up to a 3-day, boy. Well, keep on playing around. Keep on playing around. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. You keep on playing around, you're gonna be having a triple double by the end of the season, man. You're gonna be averaging a triple double by the end of the season. But no, I love Trinity to death, man. He's doing his thing. He's coaching now as well. Now that you want to talk about somebody can go, I'm telling you, Hunter. I might have to pull out some of the old KC Soul games and let you watch this man go. Trinity is a phenomenal player. Great mind as well too. So I'm very proud of him and everything he's doing. Let me know how the fam's going, man. If you need to call me, man, give me a call. I got some new plays for you. So I'm gonna have to email those to you. But anyways, yeah, definitely come check us out this Saturday. PK, we need y'all to stand up, show out, show up. Let's do this. Let's go 66 Nation. Let's get this bad boy rocking. But yeah, Hunter, you have anything you want to say to the good people before we get up out of yeah?
That's it, man. I'm all good.
Are you all good, man?
Oh yeah,
You all good, bro?
ready for Saturday.
I am as well. I'm definitely ready for Saturday. It's gonna be a pretty good game. Like I said, if we have everybody there and we show up to play like we're supposed to, like I know we're capable of doing it. I don't see us having too many issues. But like I said, we got to play the game. That's just plain and simple. We got to play the game. But we'll see what happens. I will say this as well though. Um, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern time, I will be on my other podcast, which is the Birdman Show. I'm giving plugs all over the place. It's the Birdman Show that will be right here once again. Well, not here. It'll be on the Birdman Show podcast on that YouTube channel. But tomorrow's episode, we will be talking about men's mental health. That's definitely going to be a tough episode. I'm actually going to be joined by my co-host Ace, as well as my older brother Anthony, my boy Big Sam, as well as one of my good Army buddies who I served with, Johnny Humbard. He's going to be joining me as well. That's tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Central time. But that's gonna be tomorrow, 6 p.m. Central Time, over on the Birdman Show podcast YouTube channel. So that I definitely encourage you to come check that out. Especially if you're a guy, and heck, if you're a woman, and you notice that your man's has been struggling with some mental health issues, this might be a good episode for you to watch. So definitely consider coming checking us out on that tomorrow evening. Like I said, for the TriState 66ers, the Birdman Studios, for the 66er Nation family, we want to thank you for joining us for this episode of the Coach's Corner. We'll be back next week, same day, same time, next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Central Time. We're going to be bringing around even more film and talking more stuff about TriState 66ers. For Hunter, Coach Hunt, and Coach T at TriState 66ers, we out.